Good
Please
afternoon,
come
ma'am.
in.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir.
Please sit down.
Thank you, ma'am.
So you are also an engineer.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what attracts an engineer or a doctor who are doing a very prestigious job in a good uh, institution, organization? What is it that attracts them? Or is it just power? What is it? What attracted you to the IAS?
Ma'am, there are certain things that attracted me to pursue the services career in the civil service. Ma'am, first is the administrative service provides me opportunity to work in multiple areas. For example, health, education, and also area of the finances. Moreover, ma'am, in the in the administrative service, I can observe the impact that my actions are making on the common people directly. I can
As a doctor, you can immediately see whether what your actions, what impact that they have on the, the particular person and also on the society.
definitely, ma'am. Doctor also can see the impact directly, whatever he or she is making on the society. And ma'am, definitely our society requires all the professions, be it the IAS, doctor or an engineer. Uh, Ma'am, I think being an engineer also prepares me uh, to have a good career in the administrative service. In the future, my knowledge in the electronics and communication engineering can help in the.
Now, let's take a concrete example. The people, the miners who were stuck in that tunnel
Ma'am,
in Uttarakhand.
ma'am.
Tell me, how exactly would an engineer have contributed to the solution as opposed to a generalist? Somebody with a technical background, how would it have contributed more to that solution than a general thing? What would have been the difference?
Ma'am, regarding that particular problem, an engineer will try to find solutions from the multiple angles. Ma'am, being a journalist only thinks that the way from where the miners get trapped, only from that way we can put them out. But an engineer tries to think to bore the tunnel, and he or she may have the contact with the other colleagues who are working in that sector. So he or she will try to find the solutions from their expertise. Moreover, ma'am, engineering helps in developing a stepwise approach to find a solution of the problem. So he or she will go from the stepwise approach. Ma'am, one thing journalist can do better is thinking of the humans first. In engineering, we will try to think it in a mechanical way, but journalist can put the human perspective. So it's better to have a mix of both engineering traits as well as the journalist traits to solve the problems that involve individuals.
Okay, but each one has their place in society.
Definitely.
The engineer as well as the. What is the extra that the IAS offers? More than anything else, it's not the pay, because the pay is equally good in the other. So it has to be power. The only other thing that really matters is power. Is that what draws people to the services?
I beg your pardon, ma'am. I think instead of the power, it is the pride that we get by becoming the part of the governance structure of our country. Particularly, ma'am, in this period of Amrit Kal that our Honorable Prime Minister has quoted. So, every youngster wants to contribute in his or her own way to achieve the goal of the Amrit Kal. Ma'am, uh, after some time, definitely there are perks of the power, but after some time, I think it is the pride to serve that motivates one to pursue a long career in the administrative service.
Okay. What do you think are the most important qualities that an officer should possess?
Ma'am, first is he or she should have the good communication skills and also comprehension skills. Moreover, ma'am,
That's the first and most important.
first should be the empathy. Empathy, ma'am. Empathy and compassion towards the downtrodden section of the society. Then, ma'am, second is the good human resource management skills, since an officer manages a large cadre among large cadre of subordinates, so he or she should have a good human resource management skills. And ma'am, then there is an importance of the good communication skills, what we have to say and what we need to say and where to say.
What about integrity?
Definitely, ma'am. Integrity is an important value that is important for all the officers, as well as for in general life also for the humans. Integrity is important.
Now, you've heard of this AAP government's latest thing of giving women 1,000 rupees as literally pocket money under the empowerment of women. So do you think it really empowers women, or is it just a gimmick? And what will it do on the state's finances? Giving these kinds of grants or money, does it really empower the women? Does it have more of an adverse effect on the state's finances? So, what is your opinion?
Ma'am, I think the current scheme helps in the women empowerment. Ma'am, one is the direct financial empowerment of the woman. Moreover, ma'am, it helps in reducing the dependency of the woman on the other members of the family for taking the financial help. So, ma'am, a woman can come out of the home and pursue a career in the economic activities, can commute easily from the places if he or she has the money in her hand only. Moreover,
But
ma'am,
do you really think that if she is in a joint family, the woman would be allowed to keep that money? Will not the husband ask her to give the money to him? Will he not? And in-laws also, if they are staying with her, will pressurize her to give the money to the general kitty, if not directly. Sometimes the men will pressurize and say, drink it away. So what is the guarantee that it will be exclusively for the woman? At least free bus passes, yes, the woman will be traveling,
Yes,
and she will travel free. But what is the guarantee here that the woman actually will get the money to spend as she likes on jewelry or saris or whatever?
ma'am, yes, ma'am, there is apprehension that she may not pursue her choice as per her own will. Ma'am, but this certain percentage of the cases will definitely where the woman can pursue her choice, and those women can become the role model for the other women also. They develop their own abilities, and then, ma'am, in future, this scheme is not a one-stop solution or one-time scheme. Depending on the response of the scheme, the government may tweak it in future, and it may link it to the some kind of voucher. Like if a woman spend money on this, voucher can be linked to the particular thing. Like we mentioned the bus tickets. So in future, government may tweak the scheme.
All right. Mr. Jha, Then, so we'll go this way.
Thank you.
So, you must have read the recent news of problem with the marine cable connecting the seas, the South Africas and the Europe. Okay?
Sir.
Has to tell me that what are the challenges when we repair the marine cable?
Sir, I am not aware about the exact challenges. Can I take guess?
Technical term. It is just a logical question, nothing written in the books. Because you have to repair a cable, it is as good as even a guy of 12th student can do it. But what will be when you do under the marine, under the sea? That is the basic things.
Sir, challenges can be the underwater pressure that mechanic will face while going there. Moreover, challenges will be in the area of whether there are proper equipments present or not. And
Okay, but which type of cables these are? Then you can think of those further challenges. What are types of cables which go under the seabed?
sorry, sir, I am not aware about the type.
Okay. Then, but you see why it is important for India?
Yes, sir. These cables are the major source of the internet connections from around the world that connects all over the world to the World Wide Web.
So world will suffer. Why India should bother?
Sir, India has the second largest internet consumers in the world. So, and moreover, today internet facilities have become the integrated part of the life, be it related to the economic aspects. Moreover, government is also using the internet for the governance.
So this will be geopolitics as far as India power is concerned. Okay. Okay, no problem. This government had prepared 6G vision documents.
Sir.
But we are still fighting in the 4G. We are still struggling in the 4G infrastructure. How do you see that the 6G document is going to help India? You got my question?
Sir.
Our full of rural India is full of only 3G and 4G infrastructure. And we are now given the 6G documents. How do you see this?
Sir, 6G document helps in putting the vision to all the stakeholders in this industry that now time has come that we cannot leave behind in this telecom race. Definitely, sir, earlier we left behind in the rolling out the 5G as compared to the other countries. That's why, sir, 6G vision helps in preparing all the stakeholders that you should be prepared for the next revolution. And, sir, in the sir.
Okay, yes. Please tell next point.
Sir, in the 5G also, the transformation is being done on an accelerated rate. Last year, Airtel and Jio has started their 5G communication. And sir, if we see the history in the last 10 years, the boom of the mobile communication in the rural areas.
That is there, but still you find the gap, the rural and the urban divide in the digital India.
Sir.
How to fill up the gap?
Sir, to fill that gap, steps needs to be taken on the multiple fronts. So one is the accelerated development of the infrastructure, digital infrastructure in the rural areas. And for this, government has also bring the telecom bill in which Bharat Sanchar Nidhi Kosh was there. And
okay, this government digital schemes, all sort of digital schemes, how it helps in tax collections? Oh, and any your suggestion to improve the tax collection by the digital India means?
So regarding the tax collection, digital schemes helps in ease of filing taxes for the taxpayers. So for example, in our department, the customs department, we have introduced the faceless assessment scheme.
Okay.
Earlier, sir, it takes around 6 to 7 days to clear a cargo, import cargo from the port. But sir, nowadays that assessment can be done only in 6 hours. Moreover, sir, digital India schemes also helps in the anti-evasion practices. As
okay, got your point. You are confident in those areas. And Gagnayan scheme.
Sir.
Last question. This last question. Gagnayan scheme. Okay. As a Gagnayan scheme, Tell me the first Indian who has gone to the space.
Sir, Mr. Rakesh Sharma.
And what was his conversation with Indira Gandhi, our Prime Minister ex-Prime Minister, Prime Minister Indira Gandhi?
Sir, he told that सारे जहाँ से अच्छा
Okay, that's
हिंदुस्तान हमारा. Thank you,
Abhinav,
sir.
anthropology is your optional.
Sir.
You know, how anthropology helps in nation building? Does it help?
Yes, sir.
How?
Sir, first, sir, anthropology helps in developing a connect to the vulnerable sections of the society. Sir,
Okay, one is vulnerable section. What else?
sir, second is in anthropology we have the concept of cultural relativism.
Okay.
So, sir, in that concept we don't judge the others from our perspective. We try to understand their views. So, sir, it helps in bringing the different sections of the society together. By, sir, for example, in the Northeast, if we develop the view of cultural relativism, we can bring different groups there to the table. And, sir, moreover, anthropology helps in understanding a holistic perspective. So, for example,
Okay, that's a. You know, the Honorable Prime Minister was there in Northeastern region.
sir,
Did you follow? You know,
Yes, sir.
whatever he has done. You know, what is this 3C and HIRA? He mentioned this. You know, 3C and HIRA, acronym HIRA. HIRA.
sorry, sir, I am not aware
Okay.
about it.
What is this acronym GYAN in the interim budget?
Yes, sir. Sir, this acronym stands for four sections of the society that government will prioritize. One is G is Garib, Y is youth, G, Y,
A.
A. A is, sir, sorry, sir, I am
Annadata.
Andata. Thank you, sir.
N.
N is Nari Shakti, sir.
Okay. Okay. My last question. How GST Council is promoting cooperative federalism?
Sir, GST Council brings the states together to discuss with the union for the proper functioning of the GST. Moreover, sir, in the GST Council, we require the voting of the 75% to pass a resolution, and in that 2/3 voting power is given to the state. So state concurrence is required. And sir, if we see the functioning of the GST Council, in last 53 meetings, 52 decisions have been taken with the consensus, except one. So sir, in that manner, it helps in taking a consensus-based decision rather than imposed or the coercive decisions.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Abhinav,
Sir,
you know, last year there was a paper published in Davos, you know, where that conference,
sir, World Economic.
World Economic Conference.
Sir.
They said that India, the poorest of the poor, are bearing the burden of all the taxes in the form of GST. It's the poorest strata of society which bears the entire burden. Do you agree with that statement?
No, sir, I don't.
If not, then why? Can you justify why they are wrong? Can you give them?
Sir, this statement is too much extreme. If I have to put it, GST definitely is a regressive tax that has the impact on the poor section more as compared to the higher income section. But sir, GST also helps in economy.
I'm not asking how GST helps an economy.
Sir,
I'm asking you, the question was, are the poorest of the poor bearing the burden of taxes through the GST? Give me 3 specific reasons why they are not. You said they are not.
sir. So one, the items that the poorest of the poor section will consume, they are either exempted or the zero rated.
Good, good.
And sir, sir, the items that the higher income group will consume, they are in the
We
higher.
are talking about the poor here. Higher income we are not talking about.
Sorry, sir, I am.
80 crore are given free rations.
Yes, sir. The tax accrual from the GST is used to fund the welfare schemes of the government. definitely.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Now you are interested in palmistry.
Sir.
How will you use palmistry in your day-to-day administration?
So palmistry per se cannot be used, but it helps in development of certain traits in me that helps in the day-to-day administration. So for example, we need to be very much patient whenever I see the hands of the other. It almost took 2 to 3 hours to completely predict anything, complete hand reading. So sir, it helps in development of the patient. Moreover, sir, it helps, personally it helps me to develop a pride in my ancient culture, that we have developed such kind of very good knowledge system. So
if you have empirical evidence that it is a successful thing, then of course you can use it. Otherwise, what will you do? You'll read the hands of your juniors or your boss, whether he's so going to support me or not, or he's going to give me a good ACR.
sir, definitely sir, for that I will not use the palmistry, because palmistry is my pastime hobby. There are
How
rules.
is it a scientific knowledge? You say you take pride in your ancient culture.
Sir.
What is the evidence, scientific evidence, to prove that it is a correct science? It's a proper science and it can predict accurately what you say.
So 100% accuracy is not there, and still
How much percentage is there?
so we cannot put it in the percentage.
Okay,
Accuracy
say,
percentage.
I mean, how much would you believe if you read my hand?
Sir, I will give around 95% accuracy.
You will give me 95%
sir.
accuracy.
Sir, it depends on the particular field that you ask questions from.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So regarding the scientific evidences, currently researches are going on the corpuscles in our hand. Like every individual has a unique pattern of the corpuscles in the hand, so which is related to the mind nerve system. Moreover, sir, with the coming of the AI tools, we can develop the tools to understand the patterns on the hands and link it with the human profiling. So like fingerprinting is just human profiling by using the unique fingerprint. So, sir, in that manner, we can do the research in the field of the palmistry to establish it as a science. So I will connote it as a science
When
in
you get
making.
into the IAS, you will definitely set up a department of palmistry.
Maybe in future, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Anthropology has been your optional.
Ma'am.
It is said that anthropology is the study of what makes us human. Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
How?
Ma'am, human is only a, was only a, and is, I should put it as is only an animal in the large animal kingdom. And ma'am, anthropology actually is the study from the Homo sapiens to the human beings. We study the cultural evolution. We study the cultural diversities that human societies have developed over time. So in that sense, ma'am, anthropology is a science that studies how we become the human from the animal.
Can you define a living fossil for me and with an example? What is a living fossil?
Sorry, ma'am, I am unable to.
Okay. Did we use any kind of fossil in this Ram Mandir at Ayodhya?
I am not aware, ma'am. Sorry.
Okay. You were mentioning what GST is doing for the poor. What is it doing for the rich?
Ma'am, for the rich, it is developing the new investment venues. The rich people, earlier the industries are facing the problem of different tax policies of the states, lack of the uniform tax policies, as well as the large compliance burdens. Now the rich section can invest in around the country, and there is a uniformity in the tax policy.
Okay. You have an exposure of both the public and the private sector.
Ma'am.
What are the differences that you find in the functioning of differences that you find in the functioning, and what one can learn from what learnings of private you'll apply in the government?
Ma'am, first regarding the differences, there is a difference in the work culture itself. Ma'am, in private sector, I have observed the hierarchy is horizontal. while in the public sector there is a strict hierarchy which we have to follow. Moreover, ma'am, in public sector the motivation for the service is more personal, more individualistic, while in the public sector the motivation comes from outside, like we are servicing the common citizens of the country, we are providing our service for the others. And ma'am, some good practices that I learned in the private sector that I want to implement in the public sector are, ma'am, we have the system of daily sprint and the scrum meetings where all
Daily?
ma'am, daily scrum meetings are there where even our seniors, bosses, 2 to 3 hierarchy higher bosses will sit together and take whatever we have done, where is the lacuna and how to solve the issue. And ma'am, next practice is after completion of the project, the complete team go for a informal outing. So it helps in developing a bond in the personals. Moreover, ma'am, from the private sector, I also want to include a system of there is a technical system of the Jira dashboard, and in that we give the work in the form of the tickets to every individual, and based on the performance on that work, we get the points, and based on the points, our manager will segregate us and give the better work to us.
The good management practices.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, there are many things we would like to keep on discussing with you, but time is limited. So will you step out for a minute
Sure, ma'am.
and come back in after, say, 2-3 minutes?
Sure,
Okay?
ma'am.
Then we'll give you a feedback.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.